One more thing to go here. This is what I promised. This is how we're doing it today. I am going to do a tier list of Star Wars movies. All of them. All 9. I think we know how I feel about certain movies, but certain movies may surprise you. Certain movies may surprise you. What's my problem? I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. We're there now. We got it. We got it. Yo, check this out. We're going to go over here and we are going to rank. This is episode 4 of this show. Episode 4, right? Everybody? Star Wars. Go see a Star Wars. Why do I want to do this? Because over at League Podcast, we talk a lot of shit about the rise of Shitwalker. You know what I mean? That fucking terrible, terrible Star Wars movie. It took me a while to come around to that. I felt like I was being abused by J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy. But let's just do it. Let's crunch the numbers here. I didn't know what S meant on the tier list, and thank God the tier maker website has an explanation. You guys know what it means already, but I didn't know. I'm going to twitch. So leave me alone, man. Whew, I'm getting excited. Star Wars. Let's do it. Star Wars. Let's do it. Star Wars. I did connect this soundboard. I don't know if you can hear it.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I didn't mean to R word that. No, I was like, saw Alex Jones and I was like, that'll be good, right?
4 bits. 32 bits. 16
Oh, dudes, the Empire's pretty chill. Maybe you could, join it or something.
Jeez, there's a lot going on there. I don't know if you even got any of those sound bites, but it was entertaining, basically, for me. I was entertained for a few minutes there. But why don't we go back to our tier maker? Let's do it! I've been putting it off too long. Alright. How do we do this? I'm going to go in the order that they give them to me, which is not in any sort of normal order at all. Episode 2, I think, is the worst Star Wars movie. Is it the worst? Go way down here. When I think somebody asks me quickly, what's the worst Star Wars movie? What I do is I turn around and I say, Episode 2 sucks. I hate it so much. But, there's no accounting for taste. There's just, that's just how I feel. But are there worse movies than Episode 2? Probably. I guess we will find out. Empire Strikes Back, that really, really old movie. When people do this, they have often put this at the top as being the best movie. I think that it has a fatal flaw in that nothing happens as far as it's the middle part of the story for the first 3 episodes. You go in here. It's amazing. You can't talk shit about Empire Strikes Back. It's awesome. Is it way up high? How way up high is it? How way up high is it? I think it goes as high as where I put it. Okay. So, The Force Awakens. With episode 1 and with The Force Awakens, a lot of anticipation. There's been a long time, and you're going to get Star Wars. You've been waiting years to get new Star Wars, and gimme. That is a bias that affects how I feel about The Force Awakens and Episode 1 both. For the same reason, I like those movies more than they deserve. So, a lot of people hate The Phantom Menace. I was like really looking forward to it. And I liked it at the time, and I'm a Padres kind of guy, so I just feel like Force Awakens as well. Remember being super excited to see it, getting my tickets. Remember when we saw it, I'd bring my lightsaber with me. I brought my lightsaber with me. What do you want? I'm going to put that down here. That's where Force Awakens lives, and that might also be where Episode 1 lives, but we'll get there. The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. How excited were we to see Luke Skywalker? Very excited. How excited were we to see Carrie Fisher in her last role, really? Very excited. God. Does it go down with Episode 2? I don't think so. I think that it's gonna go C tier. Because I was excited to see Luke Skywalker, and I did like him in that movie. And I did like a little bit of the exploration between, what you call it, like Kylo Ren and Rey. And Yoda was in it, and the porgs, and I don't know. It wasn't even a peak. It was a C. It was a C. That's where it goes. This is tough. What's next? Episode 4. Am I going to put it down here? Is it as good as The Last Jedi? Well, The Force Awakens. Empire. I'm sorry, guys. The OG shit goes right to the top. That's where it lives. It's the best one. The original. Howdy Podna. That's where it goes. The best. What we got here? Oh, boy. A real Padme's choice here. I've got Episode 1. As I said before, part of the fun of Episode 1 was it was Episode 1. We've been waiting for this and needing to know about the Clone Wars our whole lives. And people got dressed up and triumphed. The Insult Comic Dog did a bit on it, and it was funny. And I don't care what you say, truthfully, because it deserves. It almost. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to order these, like, if one is better than the other one, they get closer to the letter. So, I'm going to put this next to Force Awakens for the same reason I enumerated before, but I want to get. Can I take that down? How do I get so that? Episode 1, there's no degrees in this, but let's just say that this column is boom. That's the better column. So the better of the two movies, given our options here. So it's my list. That's how I want to do it. So suck it. We are at a crossing point here. We need to talk about Return of the Jedi because Another bias that I have is separate. Most of my toys are Return of the Jedi toys. That is when I was really activated in Star Wars. I must have loved Empire and the original movie, and when Star Wars Return of the Jedi was going to come out, that's exactly like I was at the right age to get the right gift from my aunts and uncles. You know, it was like I was the perfect time. They were like, "Oh, do you like Star Wars?" They probably were like, "That's pretty easy to get him Star Wars stuff. So let's do it. Let's get him some Star Wars stuff." So I have an affinity for Return of the Jedi in a way that I don't have for other movies in the series. I think I like it as much, but not quite as much as the original Star Wars. That's where I'm going to put it. Some people would put it at the S tier. I will, because it's my list, and I think Return of the Jedi is dope, and that's where it needs to go. How can you not like that movie? People have all sorts of questions for it. Look at this. I cannot believe this. The next movie is really an outlier, and my judgment is going to be, it's going to be different. It's going to be different. We're going to talk about Rogue One. I think Rogue One is one of the best Star Wars movies. And I think that if you think about Star Wars now, 2021, you got Mandalorian. But I don't think Mandalorian exists if it wasn't for the success of Rogue One. I know there's going to be Rogue One TV show coming on Disney Plus as well. I will cop to that. I think Rogue One really nailed the nostalgia and but gave us new stuff. And Krennic was cool. And Darth Vader was in it, and it really did the scratch that same itch that when spoiler warning when Luke Skywalker comes into the Mandalorian. I think that Rogue One just did it right. Good characters. Look what I'm doing here. People are gonna go crazy about this. Next to Empire? Haha! You see what I did? Do you see what I did? I put it right up there with the best. In that order. Star Wars, RTJs. Star Wars Rogue One, a Star Wars story. There's only 3 left, folks. What to do? This looks like, this one's gonna mess everything up, man. This is really gonna mess it up. Because I might just need to revoke what I just gave to Rogue One. Because we've got Revenge of the Sith. I can't have 3 up here, tied for 3 at the top. No. I'm really torn about this. Because how can Rogue One do better than Revenge of the Sith? It doesn't make sense. I think I have to swap them. Notice though, there's nothing of the new trilogies in my top tier there. So I put Rogue One next to Empire. I can see the affinity there, but I like it so much that I think it should still remain in the spot up there. What do I have as a criticism for Episode 3, I guess? I said that Empire was the middle of the story, kinda, and I guess that prequel number 3 has prequel, like, grossness about the CGI and, it just has that prequel taint to it, but it's got a dope ass opening scene. great action. Ian McGregor is awesome. Gerald Grievous, all that stuff. Big old fight at the beginning. Whew. It hurts me. It hurts me to put that there. But you know what? I'm sorry. Rogue One still can get it. Rogue One can get it. One of the sexiest Star Wars movies of all time. Rogue One. And I have to do that. I mean, it's tough not to put 3 up there. But production quality wise, not as great. Oh boy. Oh boy. I need a sip of coffee. Oh boy. We're really at a paradox now. Solo Star Wars story. Is it the worst? Blow up Spidey? What do you think? You swipe right on that one? What would you do? It's tough, dude. Is it as bad as the Clone Wars? You gotta do a reverse. Gotta do a reverse. Is it as bad as? Not, it is as good as. I think it's as good as The Force Awakens, though. I think it's as good as Episode 1. Anything is better than The Last Jedi. Well, we'll get there. How come I don't have The Last Jedi down here? But then if you go into the negative, is it like reverse ranking? Yeah, so like this still keeps the integrity of left to right. So this one is better than this one. That's how I've decided. So is Episode 1 better than The Force Awakens? Yes. Is it Empire Strikes Back better than Episode 2? Yes. Where did Solo go? I'm sorry, this might be my ADD kicking in, but maybe the right place for it is in that C slot. I think that's better. I think that's good. I think we'll give it a C. Donald Glover was pretty awesome. I liked it. I associate movies with good times, so for whatever reason, I got involved with some promo thing at once, which RIP once, Somerville. But I did some promo thing, or they already had a promo thing for May the 4th when that movie came out. I was looking forward to it. Woody Harrelson was in it. It had its moments. It had its almost Rogue One type moments. I like Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I like certain parts of it. I think that if you can watch a movie and fast forward through some stuff, which we're doing with The Flash, by the way, it's the only way to watch it is to fast forward all the iris. It's got to see. I don't put it in the basement. It's not as bad as The Last Jedi. It's not as bad as Episode 2. It's not as good as Force Awakens or Episode 1. But the last one here, this will come as no surprise as to where this movie is going to rank. But it's time to do it. It's time to get real with The Rise of Skywalker. Is it up here? No. You deserve to breathe the same Andorian air as Empire and Episode 3? No. In JJ we trust, but in JJ we trust, do we trust him twice? Listen, dude, you're left with a mess to clean up. I don't even blame you. But no. You do not get to be a B. What did I just say about Solo? I said it was. I liked parts of it. I liked young Lando. I like the Millennium Falcon. I like Woody Harrelson. I like the costumes. I like the look of it. Chewbacca! Train fight. Rise of Shitwalker goes right in the trash. That's where it goes. It goes to be the worst Star Wars movie. You hear me, son? That movie is the worst. And you have been ranked below Clone Wars. You know what? I'm being too harsh. Or whatever you call it. Attack of the Clones. Whatever, dude. Get off my back. Okay, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. Attack of the Clones is the worst shit. It's the worst. Here we are with my rankings. Now, if S is so superb, supreme, the best, can I even have 3 up there? Watch this. Oh, what? That kind of changes things a bit. That changes things a bit if I make that one little move. I'm saying that the original Star Wars movie, and then what is perhaps by definition the most derivative, hardcore derivative from that literal story, the continuation of it even, which is Rogue One, is up there. It's a new Star Wars movie, but it's great. This is what I did, and this is how I feel. Let's look at the original trilogy. I've got Star Wars and Rogue One up here. That's what I did. So we're going to go, let's count them down from 9. I guess you would do a countdown in reverse order. What is the worst Star Wars movie? It's Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. The worst Star Wars movie is Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Coming up, runner-up for the worst absolute shit sandwich of a Star Wars movie is Rise of Shitwalker. That's the deal. 2, 9. 8. The Last Jedi. This is some tough competition all the way down here at the bottom. Do I like The Last Jedi more than I like Rise of Skywalker? Yes. Yes, I do. Do I think it's great? No, it's the worst. These are the 3 worst movies. No argument. They're the 3 worst movies. Solo, I wish I could give it a little bit more love. But in an attempt to appease fans about the Parsecs joke as a premise for a movie, and yeah, sure, introduce young Han Solo, but we don't reintroduce a young. The casting with Han Solo was good, but that was supposed to be like its own thing. Maybe it was going to be its own franchise or whatever. They just kind of dropped the ball. I would say that they strategically dropped the ball with Solo, and that doesn't mean it's a terrible movie. I just don't think it's really worthy of anything better than a C. I think he's going to just stay down there. At least Han Solo can say, hey, I'm not one of those 3 shitty movies below me. That's like really an accomplishment. And I'm going to say props to you for that. Props to you, Han Solo. Here we go. B. A lot of people might switch some of my prequel opinions around for this, but I think that Episode 1 is a pretty good movie. And I think that Force Awakens is a pretty good movie. And they're beasts. So, I know people don't agree with me on that exactly, but that's for prequels, pretty good. Pretty good. We're the B tier here. Force Awakens, just gonna have to sit there, baby. Because we did get to see Luke Skywalker. We got introduced to Rey and Dan, and Poe Dameron. Gave me a Star Wars chubby for a little while. Gonna say I still have a ton of toys. I like the scavenger aspect. I like the Unguard plot. I like a lot of it. I think maybe I'm being a little harsh by putting it in the B, not the A. But let's move on up. So coming in at number 5, top 5 Star Wars movies. Number 5, we've got Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Mostly because of space battles. That's what it is. Number 5 is Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Space battles, fun stuff. A very revered movie would be Empire Strikes Back. I want to be clear here. I know it's not listed as my favorite movie. It's amazing. The story's great. Hoth is cool. Lots to love about Empire. Lots to love. I'm sorry. But this is where it is. It comes in at number 4. My ranks. Return of the Jedi. Mostly people have problems with me ranking this above Empire because of certain story plot points about Darth Vader and Luke, and I don't know, maybe they don't like the Ewoks, but I was all in on Ewok culture and speed, or what are they called? The speeder bikes. That was the shit, man. You can't top that for me in Star Wars. So, coming in with a Bronze Star. Not too shabby for Return of the Jedi. In a Bronze Star. And I can't believe that people would even let me do this. Let me rank Rogue One above Return of the Jedi and Empire. That's how I'm doing it, dog. It's so good. It's reimagined old Star Wars new. Great. And story-wise, it wraps up. I know there'll be an extension of it with Cassian's story on Disney Plus. But if you think about it, Rogue One is one of the best. It can't beat the original, but I think it comes pretty close. Episode 4, baby. It's party time. It's party time. Episode 4 is here to win championship ranking in Star Wars movies. You can go on public record. I'm going to save this. Let's see if I can at least screenshot it, right? That's my rankings. It'll be up here on YouTube, and it will be here on my Twitch channel once I upload it again. So there's the final listings. We are going in reverse order now. Star Wars is the best. The rest try to compete. They can't get there. But Rogue One comes pretty close. Then Return of the Jedi. Empire. Episode 3. Episode 1. And Force Awakens have special magic of being the first back. Solo lacks magic. And then they start to bring in some real magic or something in Return of the Jedi. Who knows what's going on there? At The Last Jedi. By the Shitwalker. And then Don't You Hate Sand? Number 9. Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Thank you all for joining me on I Think This Is Great Live, Episode 4.